Hey guys, I wanted to show you some interesting resources that I use when I build a computer, and they could be pretty helpful for people who are building for like the first time. So this site is PC Part Picker. I referenced it a couple times in my paper. They have guides of different parts you can use, and if you want to start a system build, you can do that. And here you have to choose a CPU. They provide pricing from all across the internet. So if you click here, you can see tons of different prices from different retailers. And this is the first one because it is the lowest. You can see price history, just a lot of information. If you just want to see individual parts, you can do that by pressing here, and you have all these options. So if you're just looking for a motherboard, you could just press this, and you have so many options on the side here. You have manufacturer, socket, ratings, and once again you can see the different retailers. They do count promo codes, but you can turn that off. The next site that I wanted to show you guys was Build a PC Sales. This is a Reddit community where people just post tons of deals they find on the internet. So, for example, here's a CPU. It's out of stock, but you could pick it up for $177, and that's usually like $30 off the normal price. There's cases, coolers, hard drives, mice, and pretty much everything. You can also go down here and see the product search. So if you just want to look at GPUs, you can press this and it will filter out everything else, so you just see graphics cards. If you want to see cases, you can do that, and it's only cases. If you want to buy used hardware, you can go to Hardware Swap, which is pretty much just a marketplace for used computer parts. Some stuff may be new, but it's mostly used. If you just want to see selling, you can click that, and it will filter out every other listing that's not selling. So here's an example. This person's selling a GTX 1080 graphics card for $530. That includes shipping. So if you compare that to here, and we can look for the same graphics card, you can compare prices. So this would be $528, $529 actually, because this is out of stock. Or you could buy this for $530. So it's always good to compare the prices, because you obviously don't want to buy something used for around the same price as something new. You can also select your state. So if you're in Maine, for example, you can just press that and it will show listings from Maine. So if you don't want something shipped, you can pick it up. Here's another example. This person is selling a CPU. It's an i5 7600K. He wants $200 for it. If you go to PC Part Picker, you can compare again. And the lowest from a retailer is 225, let's call it. So there is opportunities to save a lot of money on hardware swap. If you do go here, I recommend going to new, because when you get on the main page, everything here is most likely already gone. So if you go to new, you can see the newest listings. So this stuff is still available. If you go here, you can see more information. Usually if there's a lot of comments and people say PM'd, that means it's most likely already gone, because someone has sent a private message to this person saying, well, offering to buy it. If you're worried about buying something on hardware swap, you can go down here on the listing and you can see confirmed trades. So this means that this person has either bought or sold 3 items, and it's a good way of checking if someone's trustworthy on the site. This all goes through PayPal most of the time, so there's really not that big of a risk to be scammed, because PayPal, they have buyer protection, so you can file a claim, and 9 times out of 10 PayPal sides with the buyer, so there's really not that much risk involved. You should be careful when using hardware swap, because there are scammers, but there is a scammer list, so before you buy anything, you should look at this, make sure it's not the same person trying to sell you something, and just read the rules and you'll be fine. Overall, hardware swap is really good for used hardware. I think it's much better than like eBay. Prices are much lower, and on eBay people ask a lot for older components that really aren't worth that much. And on hardware swap, if someone lists something for like an insane amount of money, people will comment on it and pretty much tell the guy that it's a bit overpriced, and people just won't buy it. So Ken had a really good idea of showing the different parts inside the computer. So this is the power supply. This is the graphics card. Here's the motherboard. This is the sticks of RAM. This is the CPU cooler, and underneath that is the CPU. You can't see it now. Here is the hard drive, and here are the cables that go to various parts of the motherboard.